Hello and welcome to this week's Sunday show. This is a show where I actively connect to my guides that are quite incredible in the spirit world. People like Jesus, Mother Mary, Confucius, Saint Sebastian, St. John the Baptist. But tonight, I'm being made aware of St. Thomas that is stepping forward and wishes to talk. And he's saying to me that it is a great pleasure to come and talk to your audience. And he's been holding back for some time, but he has some important matters that he wishes to discuss with your world. And he's saying to me that when he was alive, uh, he's saying that the world was a very different place. And he says that we had to be careful of doing things without upsetting others, or we would be fearful of our lives. And as you know, he's saying, many of us lost our lives as a result of our faith. But he's saying to me that their belief and their faith in Jesus Christ and their belief and faith in God was so strong and so they were so connected to the spirit world and God that they firmly believed that they should maintain that faith and should not deviate from what was being given to them by God himself. And they did not want to not be true to God. And so this is why they became very strong in their beliefs, and in that process they became very strong in being able to communicate their beliefs and their understandings to other people in their world. And this is where he says that, we had many sermons on the mountainside. We had sermons by the water, and we gathered people, and wherever we went, there were people that wished to sort of communicate with us or talk to us. For all of us started to be known for our beliefs and our determination to get those words out into the world. But as I said, he says, your world is very different, and people do not always have the same spiritual belief or focus or understanding that we did when we were alive. He's saying to me that although people sometimes are very religious and sometimes understand about Jesus and our world, they don't always walk the path where they are ignited with the Holy Spirit and God. And he's not criticizing people for not walking this path. And he wants to explain his words because he's making me feel as though there is more to this than meets the eye. Because what he's saying is that we, in order for us to be able to connect to God and to many people in the spirit world, including the angelic realm, he says in order for us to be able to do that, we had to work hard at being able to be connected to another world. We had to pray to God all the time to give us the ability, the sight of his world, to help us to hear and connect in all the ways that we needed to remain strong with the words of God and remain strong in speaking out to the people that wanted to hear our words. And so, in other words, what he's saying to me is we are no different to the medium that is talking now. For Gail is a medium, and she is connecting to our world just as we did all those years ago. She is able to connect to as many people as are willing to communicate with her. And he's saying to me that there are not just a few, there are many spirit people that wish to communicate to your world. And they wish to give you words of wisdom and help you understand that the importance of life is to be able to be connected to a higher realm at all times. For if you are connected to a higher realm, then the energy from that realm comes straight to your heart and comes through you like a bolt of pure love that surrounds you and surrounds your energy field. And if more people were able to connect to our world in this way, then what we would see is people becoming more connected to their hearts. And if you are connected to your heart, then you see and feel and sense things in your world in a very, very different way. What you do is you have compassion. You have, your thoughts and ideas come through that love chakra. And they come through with love. And they come through with a determination and a focus to help in any way possible. And it is only when that energy comes to your heart can that happen in the purest of ways, because it is God working through you in the way that is healing and loving to all of mankind. And he's saying to me that his role with me moving forward is not just to guide Gail in her work, but it is also to help mankind understand that in order for us to evolve, in order for us to have peace in our world and to have love, we must develop and own the possibility of being able to be a medium. For each person that connects to the higher realm has an understanding and a belief in the spirit world, will never ever cause another person harm purposefully, because the guidance and the love from our world will always surround the human body and help the human being and mankind to live a cleaner, a more loving and a more compassionate life. He feels that as time goes by, he will be ever present and more present in the words that I speak. For he has many words to speak to your world, and he has many words to speak with regards to becoming the loving souls that we all need to become. The souls that are connected to God and the souls that help mankind always. He's thanking you for listening to his words, and he's so grateful to have this opportunity to speak. For he has stood by in the spirit world for many, many years, observing mankind and observing the atrocities and the difficulties and the harm and the negativity and the darkness that exists and resides on this earth plane. He says now is the time where we make changes. And in those changes, each person that takes that small step to operate from their heart, each person that makes that step is another step towards peace in the world, peace and love and light that will always be in this world. Thank you for listening. Thank you.